Good afternoon, Posh partners and pals, and welcome to another episode of Patricia's Posh Life. I'm here with Jessica Pleasure, who is my new filming buddy. We're having so much fun. We're at Patricia's Posh Pad. You love that? Got a beautiful view, nice day, and the Lord has even given us a break from the hot weather.
Amen.
Oh, Lord. So anyway, today I'm so excited because it's as the time of our filming. This is August. And for those of us in the South, we all know what that means. It's either go dogs or roll tide.
That's right.
And we're getting time for kickoff. So today on Patricia's Posh, I can't talk today. I'm having trouble. On Patricia's Posh Life, we are going to be talking about how to make football posh. And people are probably going, what in the world? You can't make football posh. But if you have never been to an SEC tailgate, you are so wrong. So there's a lot of things that people do. And what I wanted to touch on really quick was that here in the South, and I know it's the same in other places, but especially with SEC teams, there really is a posh experience when you go to an SEC football game. And in the South, it's almost a family thing. Like, people will have tickets in the same place. They'll know everybody around them. They grow up together. They see their children being born. They grow old together in the stands, because when you have season tickets, you just kind of develop this whole football family. And there are some very, very posh experiences that come out of that, which, again, as I always like to explain, Posh Life is not about designer purses. It's not about wearing expensive clothes or driving bougie cars. Thank you, Jessica, for supplying that word to me. It's all about creating very, very special memories and leaving a legacy in your brain and your heart for other people by creating those experiences for them, which you are a pro at. So in case you haven't watched my other video with Jessica is what are we calling you? What are we describing you? Event
planner, coordinator, decorator,
yeah.
I don't know.
Everything phenomenally, with excellence, wonderful, super eye. And she really knows how to turn something like a mundane football game into a great experience. So if you are a person who loves football, and I do, I love football. I played intramural college for my sorority and got all kinds of concussions and fun stuff and all that. Grew up tomboy, all boy neighborhood. It's so exciting. I love this time of year. I just love this time of year. So let's talk football.
Yes,
in a different way.
Yeah.
Than everybody else talks football.
Yeah. So I feel like what we're going to talk about, this can be for if you're watching from home with family and friends,
yes,
or if you're at the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so again, you're on the dull edge of technology on this channel. So we have pictures, and we have some just cute, wonderful ideas that range from fashion to food to just creating that experience or that environment, whether you're tailgating or whether you're at home. So right. Jessica's going to show us some ideas and give us a little food for thought, as it were. And before we get started, go dogs.
Go dogs. That's right. Glory, glory.
Yeah, there you go. I love that.
So I think every event for me, I have to think about, what am I going to wear? What am I going to wear? You know, and we're wearing some rather bougie, posh outfits.
A little different.
Yeah.
Than the football jersey.
Yeah, but you know, we were talking about more sororities and fraternities. Yes. That's what they do when they go to the games. They dress up.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, and you don't have to dress to the nines. I just found some pictures online that kind of reminded me of, you know, football. Game day. Now, the denim jacket with the sequin footballs.
I love that.
I actually have that.
Oh.
So I might wear a t-shirt, but I'm going to dress it up with a nice denim jacket and some jewelry, and, you know, make it more special than just a t-shirt.
Yes.
And
yes.
then down on the bottom, it's the whole family, the kids wearing jerseys, the daughter wearing, a little cheerleading outfit. But it's all about the experience,
Yes. Yes. And it's so much fun because I went to the University of Georgia, and I was in a sorority, Delta Love, tryouts everywhere. And game days were very unique because not only do you have to dress for fashion, because definitely everybody, I mean, like everybody's looking at you, sorority, Greek life, regular life,
Right.
graduates, whatever, everybody's looking at everybody else because you're looking for like, oh, do you have a cute Georgia pin? Do you have like, they're, how we
Right.
women are. And so, but you have to dress for comfort.
Right.
Because some of those days you're at the fraternity house at 8 o'clock in the morning, and you're there till 3 o'clock in the morning because they're after the game. There's a party and a band, and you're dancing and eating and all that kind of stuff. So it's a real skill to dress, look well, and that look last all day long, and you not be completely miserable. So, do you have any suggestions for that?
Yeah, I mean, I just think, you want to make sure you have on comfortable shoes, but that doesn't mean they have to be, the old Millie Grub,
Orthopedic.
Yes,
Granny.
but yeah, good shoes. I think you want to dress for the weather. Is it going to be
Yeah, oh,
hot?
yeah.
Like,
Oh,
are you going to
yeah.
have layers that you can take on and off? Is it going to get cold? Yeah, I think that's very important.
Yeah, and so one of the things that I did, because it does, depending on the season, it does get really rainy sometimes.
Yes.
When football games, when the weather starts turning. And so one of the things I did, there was a sequin Georgia hat. And so when I would wake up, and you don't know what the weather's going to be like in the South until you wake up that morning, and it could be 30 degrees and then 80 by 4 o'clock.
Amen.
And so if it were raining, I would just pop on that sequin cap. So, and everybody would go, "Oh, you're the one with the sequin cap." People knew me by the sequin cap when I had season tickets and went all the time. And so, yes, it's raining. You're getting soaked because you can't take an umbrella into the stadium, but you still want to have a little bit of style, a little posh. And it did turn into a thing because people began to know me by that hat, which was very funny. So interesting. So, okay, we've already referred to this debate. So I know that the thing for several years now is for girls to wear the short dresses and the cowboy boots. And I have my own personal opinion about that. But let me start. So let me preface that by saying the Baby and the Beebs, we're going to be doing a video soon, a fashion review. But this is one of the things we're going to discuss. But let's give a little preview of that. Jessica is quite a bit younger than me. I'm from the old school, 80s. Jessica is not. So give me your opinion.
Well, if you're wearing any kind of heel at all, you've got to make sure that your dress is at a little bit, above the knee. Anything any shorter than that, it's not modest. I mean, I'm not the most put together. I'm going to drop something. I'm going to have to lean down and pick it up, and it's just.
Especially in a football game.
Right.
There is a lot of.
You're going to get up and down.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Sweat and sticking. And
yes. And you want to make sure that you're covered, because if you're not, that's not posh at all.
No. So, and I'm glad you said that, because there's a lot of times where, like, I don't make the best choices fashion wise. We all are there, right? Like, we try a new look, or we try, something different. And, I like to tell people, I love a cat eye. I love me some cat eye. That's my makeup. I love that cat eye. And I end up looking like what the cat drew in, right? Instead of the posh cat eye. So we all, kind of hit and miss sometimes.
Yes.
I do not like at all the short dress and the cowboy look. I just think it's a little suggestive of something. And then the skirts get really, really short, and there's not always that little, coverage underneath. And, so I'm not a big fan of that look.
No,
anyway.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
And, I was raised in the South, and
you have on a cowboy hat.
I do, but my grandmother would not approve of some of the short skirts and short dresses that you see there.
And they're really short.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we digress. So we're moving on to football.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's now, one of the biggest things other than the actual game itself is eating.
Oh yeah, you got to eat some good
Gotta eat
football
some, I'm telling
food.
you. So let's talk about football food.
So whether you're at home or you're going to go tailgate, I'm always thinking about, oh, we got to have game day food. So I found some ideas.
These are so adorable.
Some ideas, and you can even make them match your theme. Come on now, focus, focus, focus. So there's some little sliders. I love some ham and cheese sliders.
Ooh,
with some those are poppy seeds on top, and that's just a little cheese cut to make it look like a football all smushed together. Those are some of my favorites. I do make those. I always love some rotel dip.
I love that casserole.
Right?
With the made like the dish looks like a football.
Yeah,
that's so cute.
Yeah, that's like bean dip.
Is it?
It's
Oh my
bean
gosh.
dip with cheese on top and
So
sour
cute.
cream. And then these are little piggies in a blanket. Now mine do not look that perfect. Okay, they do not look that perfect. A lot of time my daughter helps me make them.
I don't.
They don't look.
I don't
that
cook,
perfect.
so it's like you will die if you eat my cooking. So I'm just like, oh, that's amazing. How do you do that?
Yeah, yeah, and like with this little nacho bar, that's just chips and dip, and they just put them in some pretty festive top bowls and serveware there, and just made it fit the theme.
That's amazing. Those are so good. I mean, what cute ideas, and that's really not that hard.
No,
It's really not.
Just adding little extra touches to the game day food you're probably already going to eat.
And so, okay, so I'm going to spill one of my little secrets. I love going to Dollar General.
Yes.
Love Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar, anything dollar.
Oh,
you know, and you get the little football cups and everything, and you're not like breaking the bank and because you're just going to throw all that stuff away.
I have a little funny about Dollar General.
Yeah.
Okay, it's kind of off subject, but so my aunt, she is very posh. You're going to have to meet her. Mm-hmm. Her name is also Patricia. I didn't even connect that. We call her Aunt Pat. But she had some glasses one day, and they had DG on the side. And I said, hey, Aunt Pat, did you get those at the Dollar General? And she said, no, they are Dulce and Gabbana.
Gabbana, baby.
I had no idea.
That is a scream. Dollar General is my favorite brand.
Yeah.
But you can't. I mean, like one of my favorite. I love that story. Can I steal that story? That's so good. And so I was young. There's no. I was a kid. Coco Chanel said, "Always, always, always, when you're doing your accessories, you mix your good pieces with your costume jewelry, and then no one ever knows." And I love that rule because she was a woman, whether you agree with what she did throughout her career, long story, World War II, go read about it. It's called the Google. She really knew how to okay, you put a real thing of pearls with a fake thing of pearls, and you just, and then everybody just assumes it's all good. Right? And so, anyway, a little fashion trick there for you if you're on a budget. And we all are.
Right?
Yep.
Got a little bit more food.
Yeah, of course.
So,
sweets.
You've got to have
my favorite part.
I know. That's where I get in trouble.
I know, girl.
So, here's some little sweets also themed. Just some little chocolate cupcakes. This is an Oreo cheesecake dip. Now, I've never made that, but I made this season.
Goodness.
That's an Oreo cheesecake dip with some vanilla wafers. And then on the bottom, I have made these, but not football themed. Little pretzel sticks and chocolate covered strawberries that match the theme, the football theme.
That's so awesome. Yeah. I've not done the football thing, but I have dipped the pretzel. Okay, I have done that.
Yeah, well,
I can do that.
I'm so proud.
I can't do that. I'm actually proud of myself on that. So anyway, those are what great ideas, and look how simple they are. So again, like you're creating this posh environment, people are going to talk about, oh my gosh, the food was so cute and the place was so cute and they were dressed and everything, and they're going to remember that, right? They're going to remember that. I have a friend of mine who has a spring party every year, and he decorates with Chinese lanterns. And then he has these little Chinese fans. Where does he get them? Dollar General. And it's beautiful. Right. Like throughout his garden. And his house has a big garden. And his partner is in horticulture and all this kind of stuff. And so Dollar General is the key to life.
I wonder if they could sponsor us.
Dollar General, we're open for sponsorship.
Yes.
I don't know if Dollar General and Posh go a lot, but it's okay. It's okay. A lot more people go to Dollar General than you think. Come on, fess up. Anyway, all right. So what's next?
So last thing, I mean, I do parties and events.
Yes,
we talked about that before. So you may want to go all out. You may want to decorate the whole theme. So here's just a few pictures. If I was decorating it for a party or event of something I might do. So there's a football, just balloon garland. There's 2 different kinds there. There's a poster that says game time with the food table. So those are just some ideas of how you can go all out and decorate it and make it a whole party.
That's amazing.
Yes.
And so never, ever, ever forget, one of the things that is one of my, I guess it's a pet peeve, but it's also one of my things that I always do when I do entertain, and I want people to have a Posh experience, of course, is music. Right. And so when people come into your home, if you're having a football party at home, and people don't know each other, because a lot of times, like, you have a football party and not everybody knows each other.
Right.
And so there is always that really, I hate that awkward, like, small talky, like,
right.
Oh God, I hate that. And so one of the ways I try to prevent doing that is I play music, and I also play things like, if any of you old school UGA fans, Larry Munson used to be the commentator for the Georgia Bulldog games. And so I would go and pick out clips of his vocal announcements, like when we won over Tennessee and he was talking about a hobnail boot and all this kind of stuff. And people were like, oh my gosh, I remember that. And so it just breaks the ice so naturally and easily. And then play the Georgia fight song and all that kind of stuff. And then play some good Michael Jackson and some other soul music and fun stuff so people can start moving and relax. And it really does help to create, so you have this wonderful food, you look fabulous,
right?
And then you're actually helping people to relax, get out of themselves a little bit, and have fun and enjoy football, which I think is great. So any last thoughts on football Saturday in the South, or Friday night if you're into high school football?
High school football, that's where my kids want to be.
No, that's
every weekend.
Friday Night Lights, baby.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again, Jessica Pledger. She's my new filming buddy. I just love her. She's very posh. She has a very unique style, and I just love her. And she's just such a light in my life, and I just want to thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Don't forget, like and subscribe, and send somebody to my channel if they have any cool ideas like Jessica's. I'm just so boring compared to her. She has so many wonderful ideas, and I want to hear your ideas. Please send me your comments. Please send me your questions. Do you want us to do a show on pro football?
Yeah.
I can't help you with that.
Yeah, I don't know much about that.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. But if there's anything, if you have any tips, recipes, anything like that helps make your football Saturday a Posh experience, please send them along. Take care of yourself. Be good to yourself. Give yourself a Posh experience today before you go to bed. Take care. And we'll see you next time.